What is Gunflowers, and welcome to the FM22 beta save with me, FoggyPlays, on FM22. The game has just released and I am so excited. I did intend on I was in work today thinking about recording today for what I was going to be doing for the beta, and the beta released before I even had a chance to, do anything. So, as you can see, Hertha Berlin is the team that we are taking on with the beta. I have my Hertha jersey on. You will have seen in the thumbnail, because I've already created my thumbnail, just hadn't gotten around to recording the video. There are some quite interesting expectations at Hertha this time around. Normally they're like, avoid relegation, like don't be really bad in the first season. Not this year. It's quite different this year. We do have a couple of players. This is my first time actually looking at. Well, I've already had a look at the tactics. I've already put a tactic together. We do have quite a number of players. That's a lot of players that are expiring in the not too distant future. Some of them not overly fussed about losing. Some of them definitely don't want to lose. But we've already done a tactic. That's fine. So like I said, I wanted us to develop players using the club's youth system, which is, I do that regardless. I want us to build a new stadium. That's one I didn't see. Grow the club's reputation, work within the wage budget, all things we can try and do. But the end of the current season, they want us to qualify for the Champions League. I've managed Hertha in FM's previous, and even after winning the league, you rarely see this. The board are way more what's the best way? They're not as let's qualify for the Champions League or win the league as they want us to do the season after, but they do want us to reach the Pokal semi-final. So it's like that's even the Champions League positions required. We're going to try and get through these 2 seasons in the beta. So ideally, we'll get to the end of this season. We'll have kind of proven that we're good enough, and then potentially keep this save going, depending on how it's going. Like if we win the Champions League in our second season, then maybe we don't bother continuing it, but we might continue it on. But we will be doing other saves as well. As you can see, I haven't done anything in this. Like I said, I've just looked at the squad. I put together what I want as my tactic. Jadon Sancho and Upamecano are the 2 top 979 deals already done. That's a bit mad. But tactics, this is kind of what I was considering. Not completely what I was thinking. I was thinking of going maybe 2 up top, but I want to give the one striker up front an opportunity this year, because I didn't really do it much last year. Apart from the journeyman, when I was managing Bayer Leverkusen and Borussia Dortmund, I did give them plenty of opportunity with one striker, but I do want to use these wide centre backs. So I've taken a vertical tiki-taka and just kind of adjusted it a little bit, because there was 2 strikers. I've just moved one of them back to be a DM, because I want to see what these wide centre backs are up to. Places I think we need to strengthen would definitely be central midfield, because as it is right now, Derrida and Boateng, not really the strongest of central midfielders. Left wing back definitely could do with some strengthening. I think right wing back is okay. Our backup striker, apart if you like Belfodli or Belfodli or Fadil, and Moilida, 2 decent strikers. Behind them, the sulker, I don't really want to keep him. It's saying he's our 3rd best striker. I would rather not use him, because he's not really a player I'm a big fan of. But we do have lots of interest in players as well. So like Stark is wanted by some decent teams. Augsburg's not really. Like Mitchelstad is wanted by Leipzig. Derrida is wanted by Brighton. Gechter is definitely our best prospect. He's 17 years old. He's already looking pretty fruity. So I'm definitely going to offer him a contract. See if we can keep a hold of him. He's definitely going to be getting game time. Klunter is transfer listed and wanted by Bayer Leverkusen and Schalke. Eckelenkamp, I'm not going to leave him go. He's probably one of our main centre midfielders. And Yerstein is wanted by a club in the United Arab Emirates. So we don't have a huge amount of money to throw at any signings really. So 4.25 million. I've done a bit of business already before the season's even started. I have offered some players just trials. Marshall Ruddy, player I do quite like. I'm going to give Wilfred Bonny an opportunity to come in. Freddie I do, just because, why not? Jovinko, because he's a pretty decent player. Paulinho, just because centre midfield, need a bit of steel that are actually going to be able to do it. Like Toussaint is one of our options as well. I do have Robbie Brady potentially coming in on trial. Robbie Brady is coming up as a defender, pushing Navarro in as a midfielder. But we do have like Dani Alves, Malanga. Actually, I'm a fan of Malanga, so kind of want to see how he gets on. But we're just going to bring him in, see how we get on. It's like they're bringing him in on 2-week trials to just see how they get on. Not expecting to sign too many of them, but we do have, like as you can see, 18.75 million spent on players coming in, and that's without the undisclosed fees for 2 of the players. But we sold 40 million. So Matheus Cunha, quite a good player, has left us. Arne Meyer's gone out on loan. I'm not going to recall him. He is definitely a player that will be in the first team next season. We lost Luca Netz. Alderete has gone off on loan to Valencia, which is questionable. He's quite a good defender. Cordoba leaving for Krasnodar, striker I quite like. Could really have done with having a player like him in our team. Luka Biako going off to Wolfsburg. Not quite sure what that Dilrosun. Probably the main reason we're not playing with wingers is because Dilrosun was guaranteed. Like he's always a nailed on starter. He's gone off to Bordeaux, and Redan just. I think it's going to be another year where he's just not going to make it as a Hertha player. But not with me in charge anyway. I've seen him do relatively well in other people's saves in the past. Just never really done it for me. It's unfortunate. But Arne Meyer, definitely a player that I'm going to be giving first team football to when he comes back. He's my favourite player where possible. I always try and sign him. I was just about to say we'll have a look and see what he thinks of me as a manager. Doesn't really care. Kind of guessed as much, but dynamics wise, the players are it is not looking good. Team cohesion is poor. Club atmosphere is abysmal, and managerial support is poor because we literally just took over. Like I just walked into the office expecting them not to be a big fan of me, and the fact that 2 players in team leaders aren't going to get much first team football this year. But if you have a look and see who likes me and who doesn't like me, 11 players don't like me. Unfortunately, 2 of them are team leaders, and more than half of our highly influential players don't like me. So that's not a great start. Definitely going to have to fix that. We haven't had a team meeting yet, so like the expectations for next season, we have to see how we get on. Our first game is against the second 11, so let's see how that gets on. We do get a £27,000 bonus for qualifying for the Champions League, which I'll take. That's fine. Just really need to get this whole dynamics situation under control. Yeah, interesting they want us to build a new stadium. It's taken a long time in previous saves to get them to build a new stadium, so we'll have to see how that goes. General, they're saying that Jovic is our key player. Interesting. Boyata as our captain. Definitely going to have to get some first team football into him. I'm kind of weary of playing Toussaint as potentially as a central midfielder. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really figured out the whole midfield situation yet, but yeah. As it is right now, I don't know if we're going to be able to play our first friendly with this back line in kind of, well, obviously we can't play it as it is because there's 2 of our players are out on away on holidays, so we're gonna have to bring in different players for that. So we are going to end the recording, or end this episode here. If you have any interesting thoughts on what you think of my tactic, I haven't touched any of the in possession, in transition, out of position. I was going to play the first game, see how it looks, and then probably play with it. Like, I do like the underlapping, because we have the wide centre backs. I know they're playing defensive, but it'd be interesting to see how they do going forward. Everything here looks fine. Higher defensive line, that's pretty good. I don't think a low defensive line, a low block, is going to be any good this year. It wasn't great last year either. But yeah, I think the underlaps, because of the fact that we're playing with the wide centre backs. I did consider playing them on support. I don't want to leave Boyada or whoever is going to be playing in the central defensive position all alone and have them just be left there to defend everything for themselves. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to go and leave a like, comment down below, like I said, with the tactic or any players you think we should sign. I definitely want to get people involved in the beta save, because why not try and get everyone throwing in comments and suggestions down below. Let me know what players you think I should be signing, and subscribe, because subscribing and liking the video makes me aware that you're enjoying it, and makes YouTube aware that you're also enjoying it, and then it'll push to more people, and then those more people will see that you're enjoying it, and it's just a lot of enjoyment. Everyone just enjoy. Everyone enjoy everything. So thank you very much for watching, fellas, and I will see you in the next one.